Alright, we are back. I'm still not entirely certain what the idea behind this story mode is, insofar as you don't finish tournaments. It seems like you have a couple tournaments going on throughout the entirety of the thing. Also, you don't have to actually participate in every tournament to progress, which is kind of weird. Could you just be getting like way less money and only competing in a couple events? If you didn't compete in one event, can you compete in that event in the next continent? I'm not sure how that works. But also, like, we're not going to get our actual rewards for winning in these tournaments until the very end, which is very strange to me. But also, like, I don't know if the game requires you to place like in the first 3 to progress or something like that. If it does, that will require you at least finish in the top 3 for each tournament. But if you don't, I don't know. The game does it say you have to place in 3 tournaments to progress? I don't remember what it says when you access a new continent. I do not know. Anyhow, I do have a couple of light vehicles to do and one heavy vehicle, I believe. It would be nice to see some snow finally, so let's try that out. This is our good bike, right? Yeah, this is the one we've been using, I think. We probably want snow now, which we probably don't have. Alright, let's get some new tires, finally. No ice tires in this game, but oh well. Okay, I need to think about whether there's more upgrades you want to get as well. Snow, yes. Other than that, like we're gonna get pretty diminishing returns across these 2 things, right? Wait. I had the prototype exhaust. Hold on, I wasn't using it for some reason. Whoops. It's a pretty small increase in stats, but still, like, I have it. Probably ought to use it. So short of any prototype anything that I haven't unlocked yet, I have about the best engine I can get on an ATV, or all the ATV upgrades, better said. Which, by many metrics, might be like I have as many upgrades to the bike as I can get, at least if I buy those. And this has no... that has no prototype version, so okay. This thing's about as upgrade as it can be. About as powerful as I can get you know, the Fury bike to be, so nice, I guess. From this point onwards, I guess it's just on us to be skillful enough to finish everything else. We have hit the cap, approximately. Unless you decide to refit everything onto the more handling-oriented bike. But I don't think I'd want to do that because you're just going to hit the handling cap. I don't feel like I'm missing out on handling, but then again, I said that in the previous Fury game I played, in Fury 3, when I thought I was not really missing out on much, having a min-maxed speed against handling setup, and then I switched to better handling and realized, oh, I can actually just, like, not lose traction and keep my speed way up if I upgrade that. Williams, go away. Actually, I wasn't even Williams. Yeah, in this game, like, I feel like I can turn just fine. I don't know if it's that the bikes are lighter and turn more easily in this game, or it was more just that back in Fury 3, I got the wrong idea by means of using nothing but a min-max vehicle most of the game. I don't know if I should have preloaded there. It's all about, learning whether to preload, and also dodging the debris of other people wiping out, I guess. Never underestimate the impact of your opponents wiping out. just by pure luck. There was definitely that one race recently where Astrid and somebody else that was leading me completely ate it on jump at random. Oh, hello Astrid, speaking of you. And that is what let me take first. Cool guys. Just don't want to take the inside there for some reason. I should have reloaded there. I mean, it's not like you can't turn tightly enough to take the inside or anything. Darn. Tried to preload there, I was not fast enough. Go away. Yeah, if you can turn tight enough, just take the inside at pretty much full speed. You probably ought to do that. Just trying to avoid the fate of the guy right next to me. Also, don't put me on two wheels, game. Jeez, spawned me in a horrible place. Okay, yeah, that part you gotta figure out. You got to learn to not hit everything sideways and so on. Also, man, okay, AI's having a bit of trouble here. Yeah, you have to take that jump with enough speed to not lose everything getting up top. Goodbye. Kind of knocked that guy out. Seems like these games, or in this game specifically, you can't really knock out opponents by ramming them. Although I think they can knock you out by hitting you. But you can still, like, drive them off the road and whatnot. Also, this is not going very well right now. The people ahead of the pack are getting really ahead. Ow, okay, great. That's just a place you're not allowed to land. Alright, so granted there's a lot of race left, but at the same time I'm not too happy with how this is going. But since I've only done one lap so far, I should probably regardless keep going for the moment. See if I can smell the preload, very good. See if I can get a better grip on how to navigate this course. Because there are definitely parts that I ought to handle better. It's probably good to get the downhill speed on that part by not jumping over the hill. Going on the inside here, if you can not hit the bump like that, is good. No. Yeah, you have all these partially raised segments in the latter half of this course that are actually quite a pain. Also, my opponents are having a hard time staying ahead too, it looks like. It's interesting to see. Everyone's having a hard time in this course, it seems like. Yeah, right here... Well, no, I already got past the part where it split. Alright, but this part right here is where I and AI were both having some issues. Like, see, ideally you don't hit that. The AI, I don't know what's going on with them here. Definitely preload there, because you gotta really try to make this jump. Yeah, you have to hit you need a good approach there. Also, is that someone as far ahead as I see them being on the map? That's insane. Why is Moto even allowed to be that far ahead? Good. Let me respawn, jeez. Why isn't AI even allowed to break ahead that much? My god, that's insane. Oh yeah, but we're just gonna have to spend some time getting to know this course a little bit better, I think. Like, if I don't mess up... That one part there, the AI seems to have a really hard time with. If I can actually... I'm 30 seconds behind. If you can get a good grip on that part, I think you could probably get ahead of the AI pretty comfortably there. There's not really much else here that's really giving me huge issues. Aside from just not remembering the course as well as I got to after having, you know, only done 2 laps on it so far. Just trying to keep my grip a bit better there than I did, but I don't know. I'll clip that. All there. Jeez. Here I don't think you want to preload. Let's get to actually hit the downhill right here. So you just need to get used to those little things. And really learn how to take the course. Yeah, I'm barely making some of these jumps. Don't really see a reason to preload there. Yeah, that goes pretty well if you don't preload. Yeah, see, learning where to preload and not and so on. There you do want to preload to make sure you get up the hill. Here, ideally, I guess that was fine. Don't preload here, so you have your speed to get this jump, which I preloaded too early on, but okay, not too bad. Problem here is just that Manu is insanely ahead, so don't fly over that cliff. But Manu is just nowhere to be found. Manu has a 25-second lead over, thanks, over second place, which is insane for an AI to get. Is our banding supposed to not let that happen? Also, fun fact, this is one of the songs I like more on this game's soundtrack, and like you cannot find it. Well, no, you can find it online. It's just that like no one cares. Like no one else in the world is listening to this apparently, despite its appearance in this game. I don't know how popular this game was compared to its compared to its predecessor. I mean, there was no sequel made to this one, and I wonder if this one got remakes on other systems or not. It may have, or ports, whatever. I know 3 did, because 3 got Fury Pro on the PSP, which I actually had at least briefly. I don't remember how I acquired it. I might not have actually fully owned it. I may have borrowed it from someone or something. I honestly don't remember how I got it. But see, you can see that despite my Whitecoats one, I'm actually coming up to like second place pretty frequently here. The problem is just that this one guy is insanely ahead of everyone else. To where I can't really do much. Small preload would have been better there, maybe? Okay, that hill I need to actually get over. Oops. But see, at this point I actually can hold my own with the AI just fine. Here you do not preload. Except just that Manu has an utterly despicable lead. I wonder if that'll happen to me if I restart the race. Okay, that was fine. I need to preload that time because I have enough speed. I keep doing that right here by accident. I'm like, don't preload here. Preload here, late. There you go, so you land smoothly up here. And then this one turn just is unusually tight and dangerous, but you don't do anything stupid, just flying straight into it, max speed, you're fine. I'm gaining on Manu, it's just... Balls like that are not good. I'm gaining on Manu, it's just that, they're just too far ahead. I don't know if I want to do another episode where I just do the same race again, but these races get so long at this point, my god. High-level nationals are just such long races. But, I'm not super confident in my ability to catch up to Manu here. And by that I mean, Granada just jumped ahead by like 5 seconds. Dude, go away. I should not have done that preload. Yeah. Well, now there's that too. The spacing there is awful. Yeah, this was a race that was getting shaken up the whole time, except for Manu being ahead by an utterly obscene amount. If I do this again, I suspect Manu shouldn't be ahead the entire time like before. I think. I've never seen an AI break ahead like that in any Off-Road Fury game. This is kind of crazy. Also, I guess I'm over here now, which might not be good. Yeah, I prefer the left route, the inside one. Well, I prefer the inside one a whole lot. It might be one of the reasons I get ahead of here. Yeah, I felt way behind doing that. It's annoying. Or learning the course a bit more. Okay. Let's actually weave this part correctly. Or not, because I couldn't turn hard enough to get back on the inside. It's annoying. Now I have no speed. Okay, maybe I should just take that jump. Okay, now I've completely lost everything. Okay, I'll give it another shot in this episode, I guess, so it's not 2 episodes of the same thing. Man, they start you so far behind here. It's not really of any benefit to bounce from the starting line. Keep forgetting you don't really need to preload on that one. Okay. But now, as long as nothing dumb happens like before, where one AI just decides that they own the whole place. The funny thing is, it's not even a rival AI that was the one that got ahead. Manu consistently does really well for not being a rival AI, which I find really weird. See here, the spacing's okay if you don't mess up with preloading or whatnot. There we go. See, I got an okay feel for this place. That wasn't a very good take on that turn, but otherwise, not doing this too poorly. Okay, that was okay. Keep forgetting there's a hill right there you need to get over. Here I want to stay on the left, so you can just go through here without doing any preloads or anything. What this just had stuff. What is Manu's deal? Why is this guy, who's not my rival, ahead of everyone else so consistently? Like, this guy's breaking out again. Like, by far. Okay, that time I was able to corner that properly. If I can navigate it like that, then I think that's all good. Oh, Manu wiped out there. And I'm not perfect at this, like, AI will still get ahead of me in some places. Like, they'll absolutely gain on me on some turns. But, and dumb stuff like that can happen. Don't really. Like that, I took all that absolutely awfully just now. I'm continuing to pay for it, jeez. But, yeah, I've become competent at this course, in my opinion. Here you turn right afterwards. I continue to confuse it with the later rising turn. It goes into a left turn. And then I end up going off to the left. I confuse it with this part here sometimes. Right? Yeah, I don't need a preload here. A tiny preload there would be good on the second jump, but it was fine. You really need to readjust your ideas of how often you should preload on different courses. Like on Supercross courses, my experience is that it tends to be a good idea to just build up a bunch of speed leading up to a bunch of bumps, and just try to fly over all of them, so you don't even have to navigate them at all. Remember, there's a hill here. But that's definitely not the case for nationals all the time. There are lots of cases where you really don't want to give yourself unnecessary extra air on a jump. You'll just spend a bunch of wasted time going up and down otherwise. It's hard to... Whether you need to preload there depends on your approach, which is annoying. Context-sensitive ones where you have to decide whether or not to preload with some judgment, those are the worst ones. That was... Okay, yeah, I kept enough speed for that. You need to maintain some speed there. And even then, lost a bit more. I'm like, yeah, that was okay. No, I lost a lot of speed when I hit the ground still. But that part, you want as much speed as possible going into that, big jump up the hill, because that's a really big hill you have to climb. Smith is still right on me. Okay. I don't know how much of that is rubber banding or what. This game absolutely has rubber banding in it. I mean, any climax game does, any racing game does, really. It's not like hardcore simulation sort of thing. It's just how you make a game like this. But, I think I was looking recently for some reason. Ah, shoot. Okay, spacing turned out way different there for some reason. Hold on. That preload there was just to make sure I didn't accidentally, not make that jump over the log. Not letting the spacing turn out so differently. I guess I was going at a different speed. But, I was looking at the Fury 3 XML for something, which mentioned the, that preload too early. Which mentioned the rubber banding setup. Something like, depending on what difficulty you're on, the rubber banding kicks in once the AI is at a particular distance behind you, and how aggressive the rubber banding is, like how much of a boost it gives the opponents. Depends on the difficulty as well. Okay, just navigate this as a little slalom sort of thing here. There we go. You need to keep speed like that. Then preload late, and there you go. That's pretty good. The AI has a hard time with that. If you can pull that off consistently, then it seems like you'll manage pretty well. Stay away from the inside here, because it turns to the left a bit. Then you have to wind around it. It's one of those annoying things where it's kind of a raised wall where you can end up flipping over or something if you bump into it. The reason I was looking at it, though, was I was just looking at some random XML I'm beginning to make sure to decompress correctly. I've been working still on getting the existing Climax unpacker repacker tooling by and large rewritten, really, so that I'd be able to incorporate the remaining archive formats used by Climax for it, leaving aside the bad/bat format that they use for some other games like MotoGP. That's not included in this. But, and that's also the format used by Hot Wheels World Race. So it doesn't help with that. But there is another version of the XML format that's used in... Oh boy, I don't like that. It's used in, at the very least, Volvo's Drive for Life. Funny little game. Also, man, Smith is rubber banding hardcore today, I suspect. Really keeping up with me. Nah, I had a little bit less speed than usual there. Like, I don't have a big lead on Smith, I really don't. It's not for, having raced really poorly either, I don't feel like. Like I've gotten a pretty good grip on this course. But yeah, that should be easy to implement. Most importantly, so that I'll be able to implement this game's archive format into it, which is very different in some respects. I already have code that can walk the whole thing. I just need to plug it into the existing machinery that also knows how to actually extract files, data, and whatnot. that the existing tool has for other formats, or for other games variants of this one format. But I got it working again with Offroad Fury 3, which is the textual XML format, the earlier version of it. That's why I was looking at make sure something extracted correctly. And I have it almost working. I'm most of the way through implementing it also for the binary format, the binary version of the same thing, which is... Don't. You're off to the left too much there, dude. Which is what's used by Stunt Track Challenge, for instance. It's a little scary kind of going on autopilot while talking about this in this particular race, as this race does take effort, and they're going to run into a problem if I wipe out somewhere or something. Although I'm getting a good lead now, but that's going to close up pretty soon, I'm pretty sure, because it always does. Yeah, that wasn't great, but okay. Nope. You could, in theory, collide with someone there, and that would be awful. There you go, a slightly early preload there seems to work pretty well. It's not just how much you preload, it's when. It's very sensitive to timing. A late preload will give you way more air, an early one will not give you as much. Of course, if you preload really late, you're also risking not pulling off at all. And stay away from the inside there. You can take this part a little slowly if we have to. You have a 20-second lead, we're fine, because Smith wiped out or something. Oh boy, very good. That was solid. Alright. I'm pretty proud of that. Learned my way around that course quite well, I think. Astrid is not faring so well. Manu is just holding... Manu is keeping his ground with the actual super-powered rival racers. It's really funny. Oh, well. I got one of the prototypes. I could have not bought that, but I wouldn't have known when I did or didn't need it. Plus, buying the more expensive version of that thing might have been why I was able to win this race anyways. So, in the end, not really a waste. Oh, I have to actually win a challenge for it. Okay. Oh, never mind. Both of them. Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll do this next time. Anyways, that's what I was saying. Almost done re-implementing the binary version for example, Stunt Track Challenge. And then after I have that, I'll start implementing the extraction for this game, using the hashes we found so far in this game through this playthrough. And then I'll have to, after that, I guess, start thinking about how in the world to actually start repacking it. I haven't thought yet about how to actually accomplish that yet. I don't know if I understand the format well enough to repack it. And there's a lot of, even if I do understand how it works, the logic to decide how to repack it is probably non-trivial. It seems like a lot of thought was put into how it's organized. It's all about optimizing the data access in this game. They put in a lot more effort than they did in other games. Alright, anyways, I'll see you then.